I need to make sure everybody can hear me, man. Are those cameras on, man? I can't see nobody. I can see Tyler. There we go. So you can hear me, Tyler?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect, man. Yo, so I got blessed with the opportunity to jump on this call, man, and really showcase to y'all what I've been doing with GearBox and also what kind of experience that I've been having with GearBox. And when I tell you, y'all know me, I'm in Pipology Black Squad. Y'all know how we move over there. I have been running a lot of different EAs. I'm the king of EAs is what I call myself. Nowhere near Tyler's level, but yo, I'm a close second, all right? And when I tell you this Forex EA is about to disrupt the entire Forex industry, hands down. We're not only talking about one strategy here. We're talking about 26 plus strategies in one software alone. I've been blessed to be a part of the beta group, and it's a ton of us in there getting nothing but profits. Past performance does not predict future profit, of course, but I have not had a night when I've been disappointed using GearBox. I'm talking from small accounts on up to larger accounts. And y'all can see, man, I'm a trader. You can see how I move in my room. I trade multiple softwares, multiple computers. I don't play in these markets, man. We take this serious, y'all. So the fact that y'all are on this call on a Friday afternoon, that lets us know how serious you guys are as well. Thank you. Yes, I'm always lit, y'all. I'm not on drugs. This is just how I talk. All right. So that being said, we have Tyler on this call, man. He is the EA task force leader of AP. All right. So you're sitting down with somebody that actually that built the software. Do y'all understand the kind of value that we're bringing to this community, to this culture? Just think about this for a second. You get on a call week to week with this man right here to explain to you the best strategies that are working. If y'all follow his IG, y'all need to follow his IG because the man is living really good. I'm going to put it like that. All right. Also, when it comes to the all access pass, you can literally get a platinum pass and be just fine running all 4 of those licenses and just on GearBox. You know why? Because it has 26 something strategies. Think about that for a second. Just for 1 second, think about when one strategy is not working and you have 3 others that are. Or 2 are not working, you have 2 others that are. It's called diversification. I've been trading Forex for over 12 years. That don't mean I'm the best trader out. That just means that I failed more than all of y'all already. So I know what mistakes not to make. I learned a long time ago, in order to balance your portfolio, you need to have multiple strategies. I trade a scalping strategy and I trade 4 different EA strategies. That's why I have all these crazy monitors, because I do this for a living. This is how I fund and invest in other things that I do. You guys are being blessed to use this software for $30 for 2 weeks. Do not skip on this opportunity. Do not sleep on this opportunity, and make sure you plug in and listen to everything this man has to say, because he's changed my life and a ton of others in Pipology Black Squad. If y'all are on the Pipology Black Squad, man, drop that in the chat real quick. Let me see who's on this call, man. Drop Pipology Black Squad if you're on this call. If you were Trade Smart, jumping on the call. If you were Market Hackers, jumping on the call. Let me know who's on here, man. Y'all know how I talk. Y'all know I get interactive and I get crazy. I need to see cameras on. I need everybody's attention. I need y'all to be tuned in for the next hour to make sure y'all are finna get blessed like we've been getting blessed in our community. All right? Understand that this is a one-time thing. You never know when an opportunity like this comes up again. So do not waste a moment overthinking this. We have results. No other organization or community or business out there is giving out my FX books. Please tell me if you know one. I'll wait. I didn't think so. With that being said, man, Tyler, can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you loud and clear, and you brought the energy. You brought it.
I'm going to get off the mic, bro, because I don't want to take over this call, man. It's about the product. It's not about me getting hype and the results I'm getting, man. But, yo, bless you for bringing this to the world, bro. Bless Auvoria Prime for giving this community such an open, dope marketplace. Y'all don't know what y'all got, man. We changing the game. We changing the world. And we trade, win, and grow together, man. Over to you, bro.
Well, you know, you took a lot of the words right out of my mouth, and I got to say I am more excited than ever for this day. It's been about a year since I first really started coming up with the back-end strategy and ideas behind GearBox, looking at different expert advisors. I've I've only been trading myself for 5.5 years now, and I've been using expert advisors for 2.5. And what I looked at is I've used now probably about 4 or 5 dozen different expert advisor softwares, and really tested so many things out there. And I looked at what I loved about different products, looked at what I hated, tried to understand the back end behind so many different products, and kind of just reverse engineered and came up with what has become GearBox. And just so much development, so much time's gone into it. And I think we're now on 110 different versions. I've gone through in the last few months to get to what you're all getting access to this weekend, which is absolutely incredible. Give me a second since my laptop's dying. Okay, nope, we're good. We're plugged in. Now let me firsthand, before I even get into this, because you guys are about to literally get access to GearBox. You're going to have a chance potentially tonight to switch to use GearBox for your access pass. As you know, you have till midnight Eastern time, Fridays, to choose what softwares you want to use with your access passes. And right now I hear that the backend programming team and backend IT team and everybody is working extremely hard to get everything together so that you guys can get to switch over tonight. Now, what I do need to disclaim is you guys got on a call with Steve Vetterl this morning. He said he's not going to be trading during the elections. It's risky. With most softwares and most strategies, it is an extremely risky thing. Even with GearBox, could it be a risky thing? Absolutely. Which reminds me, we're going to go ahead and read this quick disclaimer, and then I'm going to tell you guys how you're going to be able to get access to GearBox, leverage it during this election week on a demo to see the results for yourself, see how it handles volatility. But let's go ahead and can you guys see my screen here? You see this risk disclosure? Just want to make sure we're looking at the right screen. If everyone can see this risk disclosure, we're going to go ahead and read it. Now, trading in the foreign exchange market carries high risk, and it may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin and utilizing leverage can carry an even higher risk that could lead to a complete loss of investment funds. Before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or use any of our software or alerts products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, your level of experience, and your risk tolerance. There's a possibility that you could potentially sustain a significant loss. You should not invest or trade any capital you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all the risks associated with foreign exchange trading. And you should seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you do have any doubts. Auvoria Prime LLC does not exercise trading authority over your trade. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade taken on your trading account. So I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to show you guys some data, because you're about to get access to GearBox, and I want you all to know how to use it during this election week, how to actually have the most success with it and use it again on a demo. I need to stress you're getting access to a brand new software. We have done a lot of debugging, a lot of bug testing. We worked extremely hard to have a very smooth rollout, we hope, with everybody this weekend. So with that being said, again, use a demo your first week. Also, remember, we're days away from the US election. It's unpredictable what can happen with the outcome of this election. And with that being said, it'd be very wise to use a demo account and to use on what are known as the USD pairs or the Forex majors to potentially use what we call our super sniper strategy if you are going to trade those pairs. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to show the software real quick, and I'm going to do the simplest breakdown of what GearBox is. If you are brand new to trading, or you've been trading for 12 years like Los has been, I want to make this as simple and easy for you to understand. So as you can see, again, this is an account. It is running right now on the actual Auvoria Prime backend Connect solution here. So we have it running on our live servers, being final stress tested here before we roll out, hopefully, to everybody tonight to get access to. And when you first get access to this, it's going to be very simple to set up. You're actually going to be able to just go ahead and type in all the currency pairs that you want to scan for trade setups in here. And then you're going to actually have access on a VPS, which I'm going to pull up right now. Give me 1 second here. And I'm going to actually show you all of the setups and the presets that you're going to go ahead and get access to. So you can see firsthand what's going on here. Now, this account and the screens I'm about to share with you, again, these are just, this is data, these are results, these are not representative of results that you may get. This is just to show you historical data, how GearBox is working in the times that it's running right now. So give me 1 second here. All right. If you guys can see this VPS here, this is GearBox right now in real time running on a live $53,000 account. Now, this is just to show you that there's data, this is working. Now, what is the strategy that's being used that everyone's going to get access to is there's what's known as a swing, a sniper, and a super sniper strategy. Oh, let me take a look here. You guys can see this right now, or do you have a white screen again? I got some messages about a white screen. I'm not sure. Can everybody let me know if you can see my screen right now? Just want to make sure everybody's good. Yep, okay, everyone can see, perfect. So again, this strategy right now is actually scanning all 24 of these currency pairs, the majors and the minors, for trade setups. Now, how GearBox works is it's actually trading behind the scenes in what's known as a ghost server. So right now, you can see these are the 3 currency pairs open on my account. I have Euro USD, USD Swiss franc here, and AUD JPY. Now, when you take a look at these, you can see that I only have 3 open. Now, there's a Gear 3 trade open in the Ghost server on AUD NZD. And what that means is it's trading behind the scenes. It's trading in what's known as the Ghost server. And in that Ghost server, it's going ahead and it's taking trades. So you can see I should have actually entered this trade, or actually in this case, no, I wouldn't have entered it because after Wednesday. You can see before Wednesday, I entered gears above 2, meaning I would enter a gear 3. And after Wednesday on this currency pair, I have designated to change to gears above 3. So I'm waiting for a very precise movement in the market before it would ever enter a trade in my account. And we're scanning and trading all of these 24 currency pairs, but behind the scenes. And then when a specific swing or sniper, or what I call super sniper trade setup happens, GearBox is going to simply enter that trade on your live account with your designated risk settings and tolerances. If you're using the manual approval version, the US version, you're going to get notifications anytime a trade setup is able to exist. So in this example on this account, even though there are 3 trades open, if another trade setup was to exist on the US version, you will get that notification. If you approve it, it will not enter the trade because your max pairs is already deployed, but you will get the notification that there are trade setups available if they do happen with the US MAV version of GearBox. On the international version, how this would work is when one of these trading pairs closes and reaches its target, it's going to go ahead and it's going to look at what the next highest gear entry is open in the Ghost servers that meets the requirements of your settings, and it's going to deploy that trade. So like I said, it's extremely powerful that it trades behind the scenes. Now, this can work on accounts as small as $250. What I tell everybody is have skin in the game. You definitely want at least 1,000 typically. Now, I am going to run these live accounts that I have right here for data purposes through elections, right? Because I'm willing to take a risk with many of them. But I am going to switch USD pairs to my super sniper strategy on all of my accounts, whether they are swing, sniper, or super, which you'll get access to all those templates tonight as well with your GearBox software, which makes it super simple to set it up. You actually just open all these charts, put them on daily time frame. You set up one GearBox, and then you drag on what's known here as GearBox Opener to an open empty chart, and it'll actually install the software on all your charts for you. And then you just actually go ahead and hit load and load your settings in from here for the different pairs that you want to run and trade. And you can choose your strategy and customize it to your liking. But like I said, it's going to be super simple for everyone to get set up with. But I have to stress the urgency that you're about to get access to an extremely powerful tool. It is customizable and can work on really any currency pair out there. We've focused on the majors and the minors and understanding the data behind them. But it's up to you to understand that the results you may see this week are not typically how GearBox will always perform. It's a very volatile week. So please use it on a demo account. But I am excited for all of you to actually see how GearBox does in volatile situations using sniper, super sniper strategy, because it is such a powerful tool, and it's really designed to capitalize where most products normally would fail. So weeks like this are really exciting, and I actually couldn't think of a better launch week for GearBox than to use the sniper and super sniper strategies during an election week on a demo account to actually get the firsthand power of really seeing and witnessing firsthand how awesome this can be. And with that being said, you know, I want to kind of turn this to a quick Q&A because I could talk about GearBox and the strategies, but I don't want to sit here and bore you. You're going to learn about all of that inside the EA Academy and inside our new Auvoria Prime onboarding, which I'm going to be finishing up some videos for tonight. There's already some there, and you're going to get access to the rest of them by tomorrow as well. So you can have everything set up before market open. But with that being said, you know, I want to turn it over to a Q&A. So I don't bore everyone on here talking about strategies, because somebody might be brand new and doesn't even understand Forex yet. And if that's you, I want you to understand that I've been there. Everyone on this call has been there. And this is really something that I think could change really anyone's trading experience completely. But let me get into the chat box here. Which strategy gives you the most trades per day? Somebody asked. Okay, so this is actually going to be a very simple thing to ask. Let me keep reading through, make sure I'll read through this in a minute. But Brandon, great question on which strategy gives the most trades per day. If you go and look at the MyFX books and the data so far, that's going to be swing, because it enters into trade sooner than say sniper or super, right? You're waiting for a more precise setup with sniper or super sniper. Now, I've only ever tested with my live accounts with ghost trades plus real trades, because my take profits, I look to go for larger swings myself, but you are able to go for shorter take profits, which even on swing or super sniper and sniper could potentially get you into a lot more trades and get you out of them sooner with less profit. But because you're limiting your max pairs trading at the same time, going with ghost trades plus real trades, there's times you might stay in a trade for a week, week and a half, that you could have been out of already with a more minimal profit and into the next trade setup. So it all depends on the person, what you're looking to do. For me, I'm a big fan of ghost plus trades plus real trades, because I just go for the larger swings and let them do their thing. But for somebody who might want to get into more trades and get in and out of trades sooner, you might want to use real trades double TP, because it's going to get in and out of trades sooner and get into the next setup sooner. I'm going to keep reading through these settings here. Somebody said, awesome, so if you get an access pass, you can choose Einstein or GearBox. Yes, you can choose any of the A's. If you get a bronze access pass, you can choose Einstein, GearBox, Variable, any of the softwares out there, Alexander, and you know, all the future ones to come, such as Stradamus, as well as Neo the Legend. Somebody asked if you have to drag it on each of the charts. You actually are going to drag GearBox onto one chart, set it up one time, and then you're going to drag GearBox Opener onto a chart, hit OK, and it's going to install it in all the charts you have open for you. And then you just have to load in your pre-set templates. So we've made it super simple to get it loaded on all the charts, so you don't have to do the tedious checking of every box. You set it up once here, click OK on the opener, and it'll deploy the same setup on all these, and then you just load in the custom settings for the ones that need to be changed. So very, very simple. Somebody asked, so it does use cost averaging, but with ghost trades in the system. Yes, so it is using a cost averaging strategy, but the way I've designed it is where most cost averaging strategies would have been in drawdown and failing is where GearBox is entering. So you're sticking to a strategy that can work, but when it typically failed is where GearBox capitalizes. So that's why I said it's such a great tool to handle and use during a week like this, and to put it to the test on demo during an election week with these strategies, because it really is designed to capitalize in these volatile situations. Somebody asked, do you need to change settings for every pair after the opener do its job? Once the opener is installed, there's a few of these that have different inputs, which will all be in your setup video, and you'll just load the different ones. Like, for example, the swing and sniper strategy is the same entry on 80% of these. And then the other 20% of them, you might need to just go in and load the template that would be different, such as the more volatile ones like GBP USD, GBP JPY, GBP NZD, Euro AED, stuff like that. Somebody asked, what are the maximum pairs on $1,000? Well, you see right here, I'm running a $20 or $250 account to start it at, running all 24 currency pairs. Now I have a setting in here, max pairs trading at the same time. By default, 250 allows one pair trading at the time. By default, 500 allows two. And by default, 1,000 defaults to 3 pairs trading at the same time. Even on larger balances than 1,000, I tend to stick to 3. A more moderate strategy I can show you would be to go into running 6 at a time. So this account actually is running 6 pairs trading at any time. So you can see here, we're allowing a maximum of 6. As well, I have one more, and they're more moderate strategies, and in my opinion, the drawdown does show that respectively on these accounts around 10 to 15%, with allowing 6 to trade at once. Some of the accounts with only 3. This is the wrong account here. Yeah, that's the $500 account. I'm looking for 993. There it is. This one's allowing 6 at any given time as well. It's a $1,500 account on swing settings. And right now it's in a little bit of drawdown, as you can see. Now, if somebody wants to increase that, you can. By default, the maximum the templates have is 3 max pairs trading at the same time, as again, increasing the ways that someone could increase risk without getting too customized would be to simply allow more max pairs trading at a time. 6 is the max I would ever. It just wouldn't make sense to expose yourself much more than that. That's why 3 is the standard, and for smaller accounts, 1 to 2. But 6 would be the max I would typically say should be a thing. Or if you wanted to keep 3 but potentially make more, and risk potentially more as well, you could increase your starting lot size. By default, it's 0.01 per 1,000 that sticks. But would you recommend to add additional currency pairs that are not listed here? Hakan, if you were to use other currency pairs, you would want to understand the actual average true range behind them, where they reverse, and understand more of the software. So you could actually set where you would want an entry to be on some of those other currency pairs. I have data on these 24 right here, but it can work on any currency pair with proper customization. That's by GearBox's design. It is customizable to any currency out there. And let me check the questions and answers here. Okay. How do you upgrade? Here's a great question. Somebody says, "Does GearBox hedge like Einstein?" Yes. If it sees a hedge, it'll also enter a hedge in the Ghost server, and it'll enter that hedge. And if it makes it to your level entry on the hedge as well, it will deploy. Somebody said, so the pips between levels is not a recommended setting to change for the nature of the EA. With these default templates in the data, no. If you're looking to see similar results to what are shared, now you can change that and customize it. But Ideally, why somebody typically would change the range in a cost averaging EA is to space out the levels, but by simply just raising your entry level, it's essentially the same thing as you're waiting later into the trade setup to enter. So you don't have to get customized and putting different level ranges on each of the more volatile pairs and all that, because simply in essence, the more effective thing to do is raise your entry and wait to enter later. So yes, there's not much need to play with the range there. I'm going through here and seeing any more questions. I understand the concept of screening the currency pairs. However, I wonder if the system produces better results in ranging or trending, or it doesn't matter. This, truthfully, it can work in both markets, trending and ranging, because some of your currency pairs that may not have as high entries in range a little bit, you're going to get those lower entries on by nature. And then when things trend, such as the more volatile pairs like GBP, AUD, and things like that, you're going to tend to get, a very phenomenal large setup that goes for a lot of pips. And just to show real quick what I mean by a good amount of pips, I want to show a quick, just my FX book, not show the results, but I want you to understand the pips, the actual movements, the average move that typically GearBox is going for with the different strategies in place. So just give me 1 second here, and we're going to pull that up. Okay. So if you can see this here, we're going to go in, and I'm going to first start off. I'm going to show you this larger account. This was the 50K account that's running, and it's had a 5% drawdown. Now, if you look at the swing settings, it has a great profit factor. It's done the thing, but I want you to look at the average win. It's going on average for 52 pips. Those are quite larger moves for an expert advisor. A lot of softwares aren't trading looking for larger moves. You can see my expectancy here is typically 43 pips, which on average in this account's example is $184. And average trade length has been 4 days with the Cypress strategy. So it's very important. I want to show you guys some of this data so you can understand the way that it trades in terms of how long it holds trades, what kind of moves it's looking for based on its strategy. Another example is even looking at the super sniper here, which might even be going for larger moves sometimes as it is looking. Now, in this one's example, it hasn't taken that many trades, but it actually has an average win of 30 pips, right? Still has a 5 profit factor. Now, this account's only allowing 1 pair trading at any time. So it's scanning all 24, but it's been running and it's only allowing 1 pair to trade at a time. Or the 500 here. Let me make sure not missing anything here. And you can see this account as well is a 500. It's been running sniper strategy. And you can see it's been on average as well going for 54 pips, using ghost plus real trades for take profit. So again, by nature, you can see that the sniper strategy is going for more pips. Now, if we look at a swing account, here's a 10K swing account that's been running. And I actually need to refresh this account. And I'm not going to do that right now. It seems to be frozen. I just hit connect again and refresh. But this swing account as well, you can see has actually been going for 64 pips because it's entering into trade sooner. It actually tends to be going for larger moves, which is why I call it swing. So it's also going for large moves, but it also, like I said, can get stuck in consolidations longer. You can see the average trade length here on the swing account, 7 days, right? So you can see the swing stays in trades a little longer. It goes for larger moves, but it also will take more trades too by nature because it's looking for a less precise setup. as well. Here's a $1,500 account. This is the one that's running 6 max pairs trading at a time. And this account is on swing settings, and you can see it's taken 204 trades, which has taken more, and it's gone for 42 pips. Its average loss was 103. That's because it hasn't lost that much, and the few losses it had were on GBP pairs early on, which I actually increased the entry on during testing. I had GBP pairs the first week, and then I said GBP pairs need to have later entries. And since then, we've been running real strong. And you can see that these are some great accounts. And for the first 2 weeks, you will want to go ahead and use a demo, at least during election week, especially use a demo. But you can see these strategies, kind of understand the analytics and the data to decide which one you want to use. But you're going to get access to all of this tonight firsthand. And I'm going to release all of the information on how to set it up very quickly, and hopefully get all those videos finished up tonight for you, so you have them for tomorrow and can get everything set up for market open. Now back to the questions real quick. It looks like we are out of questions, which is great. Oh, wow. Okay. We got some incredible news right now, everybody. GearBox is actually right now available for you to switch to. So you can go ahead and switch to it before midnight tonight. Very exciting. So with that being said, that is great news. And I look forward to you all getting access to this and me being able to help answer all your questions and provide weekly insights into data, as I am running over 60 GearBox accounts right now. And I plan to bring the most insightful data every single week on what's going on in different currency pairs, so that you guys can see how to use this product very, very effectively and quickly. But with that being said, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Los, if you have any final words, I'll throw it back to you, my friend.
Most definitely. Hey, Tyler, man, thank you for giving a great overview, man. Like, the field is excited, bro. When I tell you, everybody I know in the community is like so pumped about GearBox. It was every day. When is it coming? When is it coming? When is it coming? And the day is finally here, man. So I'm blessed. Everybody else on this call is blessed to be able to see it, use it, and see how excited we've been about it. But a few things I want to point out, guys. Do not expect a smooth onboarding. Like, we're going to have bumps and we're going to have some rocky roads, but we will get through them together. When we trade Forex, you got to understand, like, sometimes the software may pause on different settings, things like that. That's not all on us, right? We have to go through this together. So keep your expectations at a nice standard. Let us do a couple of weeks of demo. Try out every setting, every strategy. There's no such thing as a 100% profitable Forex product out there, okay? The whole goal is to win more than you lose, all right? So with that being said, man, y'all have a good weekend. Be blessed. Don't stress. Let's get to this bag, man. We trade together, win together, grow together, man. Love y'all. We out.
And last final words, remember, you have until midnight to switch your GearBox access pass. So you have until midnight Eastern tonight to switch your access pass to be able to use GearBox. With that being said, like Lo said, we look forward to providing a smooth launch. If you notice any bugs, support ticket them so we can get them logged. But we have really stress tested this thing. I've wanted to make sure we had the most smooth and perfect launch possible. So we're going to aim to do that. But work with us and use a demo, at least for this week for election week, but ideally 2 weeks. And stress test your heart out. See how GearBox does with the volatility of something so big such as the U.S. election. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful night.